Patrick.
Well, it's nice to see you, and it's nice to be here with our letter N today. And for nice to see you.
Hmm. I can't wait to hear what you have for N. I do love nice. It's N can be a challenging word when people do the alphabet game, but I
Really?
mhm, but I like nice.
Ooh, I kind of like it. Well, and maybe it's because it gets associated very often with the word that, in fact, is my energy tool for today, which is the word no.
Mm.
That N gets that vibe. It gets that the red light, the advance no further feeling to it. So maybe there's that inbuilt resistance that we have when we see N that we first hear no, which makes us pause before we can go into the many wonderful things that the letter offers.
Well, no can be pretty powerful.
It sure can be.
So let's
And
hear your tool.
yeah, this is why I call this tool no, no, no. It makes me think a little bit of the Amy Winehouse song Rehab, where the refrain is no, no, no. And I use that when I'm using this tool because it lightens it up a little bit and it gives it a musical rhythm. And I think whenever we're using music and rhythm in our energy, it has almost a symphonic feel to it. So I encourage anyone who hasn't checked out that song to check it out, or if you know it, to bring it to mind. And the tool is it's tapping right here on your temples and pretty intensely. And as you tap, saying the words no, 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 that's the tool. And I'll tell you how and when I use it. So this actually comes to me courtesy of our mutual friend, Paula, who is a wonderful coach and energy worker herself. And last week on Monday, my laptop took an unexpected bath in my backpack. The water bottle I hadn't put the lid on fully and it poured all over the place. And my poor laptop, Gabriel, was in quite a state. Wouldn't turn on, just looked really sad and dark. And I also went into a sad and dark place when this happened. At first, I felt, okay, it's not, my laptop isn't turning on. And then the layers of panic unfolded. And I went down the slide. I went down the slide from my laptop isn't working right now to my laptop will never work to, well, I have to buy a new laptop to I don't have money for a new laptop to how am I supposed to earn money if I need to get a new laptop? Because I need my laptop in order to work, in order to earn the money that I need in order to get it. So you can see how that cycle just very quickly goes around and around. And none of these things are true. None of these things needed to be true. My laptop, after a week in the boiler room and a bag of rice, has fully recovered. I do have the resources to be able to buy a new laptop if I need one. And I was able to work all week without my laptop. So none of those things were even true. But I really felt them. And when I felt them, I just went down, down, down into those layers of panic. And it was a gift and a blessing, of course, to see that these beliefs were right there under the surface for them to rise up and help me clear them. Also, I don't know that I needed to go through that experience of panic and whether it was particularly helpful for me to stay in the high vibrational state that I want to and need to be in to be the best servant of the world. So, what I've learned that I can do when that's starting to happen is as soon as I notice it, rather than letting those beliefs unfold and go deeper and deeper and deeper into that panicked state, to just tap right here in the temples, just go into no, no, no. It's like that sometimes, that pattern that we get that we could call awfulizing, where, something happens and you just think, oh my God, it's going to be the worst thing. You go to the doctor and the doctor mentions, okay, well, we're going to do a biopsy. And you immediately think, oh my God, I have terminal cancer. It's going to be horrible. Like you hear that you immediately go to the worst possible outcome. And that's just not a helpful place to be when we want to be healthy. So as soon as you notice that slide down, just put those tappers right to work. And this is, as we were talking about it just before, this is the triple warmer point. And that is the fight or flight meridian where we get that heat, we get that panic, we get that, oh, gotta do something. Everything is horrible. How am I going to take action? So just that simple stop button. No, no, no.
And and it's interesting with the almost the chanting too, right? Which probably
Yeah,
so like calms the whole nervous system. It's almost like monk-like. It's almost like the Om.
it does feel like that, doesn't it?
Oh, no, no. Like you didn't say no, no, no.
Oh no, not at all. And
Oh
when it's
no.
deep, yeah, coming down from the belly, right? And I know there's other places that you could do this too, like the gamut point, that point right there
Mhm.
in between the pinky and the fourth finger, which is also the triple warmer point. So if you're in a meeting or if you're somewhere in public and it's not possible to tap these points, I'm sure you can do it on this gamut point too.
Mhm.
Any triple warmer point.
Right.
No, no, no.
And just in all of life. So we could do it emotionally or even the power of no, even like in your business. I've been reading Benjamin Hardy, and he says like the most important thing is what you say no to for really building your business for success. That changes. It's like what you say no to sets the floor to then what you will say yes to. So there's quite a power in no.
I like that. And that makes sense with beliefs too. You
Mhm.
know, to say no to those beliefs, to say no to that, and to instead say yes to when I'm in a calm state, I do have the resources to get a new laptop. There
Right,
are other ways for me to work.
right. Or no, I don't accept that I will need reading glasses at 45.
There you go.
No,
I don't accept it. It doesn't have to be true.
it's as much staying in our power as is yes.
It absolutely is. And it really, yeah, like you say, it paves the groundwork for what we do want to embrace. And it lets us come to that place of calm where we can choose.
Mhm. But I love how you're doing it in calmness. You're saying no, but not like no, 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 no. That's beautiful.
Exactly. Get our body to say and make this calm sound, and then it resonates throughout.
Cheers to clarity on what we choose to have in our life, right?
Absolutely. Cheers to no.
Cheers to no.